Hello everyone and welcome back. It's the weekend and it's time to make some burgers. I'm going to show you how to make the juiciest onion soup burger you've ever had. We're going to make them in the kitchen. We're going to make some caramelized onions first to go with those delicious soup burgers. Y'all come on over here and let's get this one started. I've got 3 yellow onions. What we're going to do is take off the ends, pop off that outer layer, and then we're going to cut these into half rings, pretty much like slicing an onion. There we go, that's one. These are medium-sized yellow onions, and I'm thinking about half of an onion per burger. These will cook down to nothing just about and have a great flavor. We're going to cut these in half. And we're just going to follow the lines of the onion, and that's where we're going to make the slices. Make sure you tuck your fingers in. Break them all up. Yeah, it looks like a lot of onion, doesn't it? But believe me, once these cook down, you're going to be like, what happened to my onions? They turned into flavor. Whoop, let me get that. All right, let's get our pan ready to saute these down. We're going to be using a large skillet for this, and you want to make sure you have the lid with it. We'll just set that off to the side right now. We're going to put our skillet on a medium-high heat. We're going to add in 3 tablespoons of butter. Let's bring that to a sizzle. Get it nice and melted in there. Let's start adding the onions. Sizzle, that's what you want to hear. We're going to go in with some salt, about half a teaspoon. There are lots of onions in there. You want to make sure they're nice and flavored. Black pepper. Yeah, there we go. We're going to get these all coated with the butter and the seasoning. Let's add a 1/4 cup of water. That'll help steam the onions. Get that mixed in. We're going to place the lid on. Now what you want to do is make sure you're checking your onions every few minutes, giving them a stir. Take your lid off, stir them around. We're looking for them to get a nice caramelized color and be very soft. While that's happening, you can go ahead and get your hamburger mixture put together. Now we're going to be using about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Just put that into a large bowl. Just breaking it up. Now let me show you the ingredient that's going to wow these burgers. Let me check my onions. Ooh, they're getting there. They're still pale. We want them nice and brown. Beefy Onion Soup and Dip Mix by Lipton. That's what I'm using. 2 packages of these, which is generally your box. I'm going to add that to our ground beef. Tasty burgers. I'm just going to mix this all together. I'm just going to use a fork, blend it together. Now it's 2 packages if you're doing 1.5 to 2 pounds of ground beef. If you're just using 1 pound of ground beef, then I would just use 1 package. Look at these onions. I'm going to call them done. Place the lid back on, set these off to the side, and let's start making the burgers. I'm going to be using my griddle to make all my burgers. Now you can use a skillet if you want to do that. We're going to put it on just a medium heat and get that going, get it nice and hot while we get our burgers ready. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a 1/2 cup measuring tool here, go into the meat mixture, just fill up the cup, and then we're going to pop it out, and we're going to place it on the griddle. I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. There we go. I can hear the sizzle. Now I'm going to be putting 6 on here because I know somebody's going to want to double their burger. Joseph will.
Oh, you know he will.
And Thomas.
Yeah, one's enough.
One's enough? Not a double patty?
Not a double. Getting too old to eat a double.
Somebody will eat it. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I've cut a piece of parchment into a square here. I'm just going to put it on top of the burger. I'm going to take my spatula and just press down. Flatten them out. As flat as you want them. And then you lift that up, and there you go. Nice even size there, it'll cook evenly. I'm going to finish the rest of these. There we go. They'll shrink. So using the 1/2 cup measuring tool and 1.5 pounds of ground beef made 6 burgers like this here. Just kind of give you an estimate. Now if you're using a griddle, we have ours on 350 degrees, which is kind of a medium-high heat. And you can adjust from there. We're going to cook these about 4 to 5 minutes on one side, and then we're going to flip them over. I'm going to be placing some buns on my sheet pan. I just lined them with some parchment paper. I've got my oven preheated about 350 degrees because we're just going to toast our buns. Now I'm using these brioche buns. They're nice and soft. They got a buttery taste to them. So you don't need to really baste these. So I'm going to put them out. There we go. And we're just going to put them in the oven until they're lightly toasted. Time to flip. It's nice and golden brown around the edges. Use 2 tools to help you. Oh, look at that. Yummy. Probably about another 3 to 4 minutes on that side. Just check to see the doneness of your burger. Now we do have tater tots and french fries in our air fryer going. That's what we're going to have with these burgers. Everything is coming together pretty good. When you're at your 2-minute mark before the burgers are done, we're going to add a scoop of onion. That's that caramelized onion. We're going to place it on the burger. Oh yeah. And we're not done yet. We're going to place 2 slices of provolone thinly sliced cheese right on top of the onion. We're going to let that melt. Which one is yours? Ooh, I think that one's mine right there. Ooey gooey. Got the bottom bun, the burger, caramelized onions with that cheese. The onion soup mixes in the burger. The lid. Y'all ready for a bite? That is a succulent burger. Very juicy, very flavorful. I love those melted onions. I love it. It gives a little creaminess to it. And such a subtle cheese for this burger. Don't forget to toast your buns. All right, what do you think of my onion soup burger? Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when shows like this one here are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.